Satanic abortions. On Wednesday, August 5th of the year 2020, the Satanic Temple, you know, the ones who keep putting up statues of Baphomet everywhere to advocate the separation of church and state, those guys, they have announced that satanic abortions are protected by religious liberty laws.
Okay.
They have been working hard with their lawyers and have announced on their website that in accordance with the Religious Freedom Restoration Act, the RFRA, first trimester abortions are now exempt from unnecessary regulations for all individuals practicing the Satanic Temple's religious abortion ritual.
What's the ritual?
Oh, girl, we gonna get into that. But first, what protections does the satanic abortion ritual provide? Religious freedom ensures Satanists have access to safe abortions that are free from unwarranted state interference. Your state does not allow abortions. Technically, under this rule, if you need to get an abortion, this is the loophole to try to get your abortion.
Holy shit, that's amazing.
Instead of driving to fucking Illinois.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We're talking about some very specific states here.
We're in the Indiana geography right now.
Okay.
Some requirements that cannot be forced on Satanists are mandatory waiting periods, where it's like, oh, well, we can't give you your abortion today. Maybe in like a week, where you can sit with it.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. The requirement that practitioners withhold certain medical information. Compulsory counseling prior to abortion that hold like, oh, you know, like someone pressuring you that you're gonna kill a child or something.
Yeah. Have you
Kill a
thought
fetus.
about this enough?
Exactly. Required reading material, same thing with that. Medically unnecessary sonograms, which that's a huge deal.
Yeah.
Mandatory listening to the fetal heartbeat, compulsory burial or cremation of fetal remains, which I didn't even know that was a thing, and that seems so fucked up to me.
That seems very like Alabama, Arkansas. That's crazy.
Yeah. So, how do I perform a satanic abortion? We've got two different types of abortion procedures for those who might just not know, honestly. For surgical abortions, prior to receiving any anesthetic or sedation, look at your reflection to be reminded of your personhood and your responsibility to yourself. Focus on your intent. Take deep breaths and make yourself comfortable. When you are ready, say the third tenet and fifth tenet aloud. The third tenet is one's body is inviolable, subject to one's own will alone. The fifth tenet is beliefs should conform to one's best scientific understanding of the world. One should take care never to distort scientific facts to fit one's beliefs. You may now undergo the surgery. After the surgery is completed and any anesthetic has worn off, return to your reflection and recite your personal affirmation. And that affirmation is, by my body, my blood, by my will, it is done. Feel the doubts dissipating and your confidence growing as you have just undertaken a decision that affirms your autonomy and free will. The religious abortion ritual is now complete.
That's amazing. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Okay, cool.
So for medical abortions, immediately before taking the medication or medications to terminate your pregnancy, look at your reflection to be reminded of your personhood and responsibility to yourself. Focus on your intent, take deep breaths, and make yourself comfortable. When ready, read the third tenet aloud to begin the ritual. After swallowing the medication, take another deep breath and recite the fifth tenet. After you have passed the embryo, return to your reflection and recite the personal affirmation. Once again, feel doubts dissipating and your confidence growing as you have just undertaken a decision that affirms your autonomy and free will. The religious abortion ritual is now complete.
So this seems really easy, which makes me worry that it's
too easy.
Can they do that?
Yes. So, as a federally recognized religion, this is actually kind of crazy, you guys. The Satanic Temple utilizes RFRA and the Hobby Lobby precedent to protect its members from unnecessary abortion regulations that inhibit their religious practices and force them to violate their deeply held beliefs. So basically, you telling someone who practices Satanism that you can't get an abortion in your state is going against their religious freedom, which is the whole kind of point of abortion, is most people are like, no, don't abort that child. That's against my religious beliefs. Mm-hmm. So this is kind of turning itself on its head a bit. The First Amendment's Establishment Clause and Free Exercise Clause and several state religious freedom restoration acts protect religious practices and beliefs from government interference. State laws governing abortions commonly serve no medical purpose and do not result in better health outcomes. Therefore, they unlawfully hinder access to the satanic abortion ritual. And then what are the next steps? We know that the Satanic Temple loves a good lawsuit.
Yes.
They love it. They love it. They said that they have no plans or intent to sue a clinic for not respecting our rights unless they defy a court order demanding that they honor our exemption requests. They understand that clinics must adhere to the law and that they are in a difficult situation when laws conflict. Instead, they said they will challenge states that fail to enforce their RFRA laws and thereby exempt TST members from unnecessary abortion restrictions. So TST being the Satanic Temple.
Yeah.